back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, welcome. I'm Deidre. If you're returning, it's great to see you. So I'm gonna fold some laundry and hang some laundry. And I figured we'd chat about gestational diabetes. So I was diagnosed, as you guys know, if you watched that video, as a gestational diabetic, 8 weeks ago? 7 weeks ago? I think I was 19 weeks? I don't know. Something, 18 weeks, somewhere in there. I'll be 25 weeks this week. And I've been doing my best to manage it with diet. So you might hear the cats. With diet, but the farther along I get, the harder that is to control. So when I was diagnosed, they gave me a meal plan, and I do my best, not like a meal plan, but like recommended carbs, protein, like per meal and stuff. And I do my best to follow it. I'm not closely watching it, and that's my fault, because I've been really good at maintaining it thus far. But I am on 1,000 milligrams of metformin in the morning and 1,000 milligrams of metformin at night. And I take the metformin before I go to bed, and I take the first dose in the morning when I am, having breakfast and stuff. And so I have been doing fairly well at maintaining it mostly. I mean, I have a few high days here or there, but on average, my average temperature, where they should be, below 100. Well, the last week they have not. They have been much higher than that. My fasting and even some of my daytime numbers that are relatively controlled well with diet have also been up. So I talked to the doctors about it on Thursday when I was there, and I let her know. I was honest with her. I said, I have changed up my what I was eating for my nighttime snack, because I have to have a nighttime snack before bed. And so I told her, I said, I changed that, and I definitely noticed that because I changed it, I have a harder time with my sugars. But even when I change it back, I still sometimes have a hard time getting my sugar back to where it should be. And I told her, that I was aware and I was working on it, but it is obviously getting harder as I go along in this pregnancy. So they decided to put me on insulin. And I've never been on insulin before, so I was a little nervous about it, but I do know that it is very safe for babies, and it's actually better for babies, especially if you are diabetic, to go on insulin, because it's healthier for them. Because what happens when a woman has elevated blood sugar and she's pregnant, I am predisposing the baby to diabetes and being overweight. And I know what it's like to struggle with your weight, like always. And so I don't want that for the baby. So they warned me that I would probably be put on insulin before the end of the pregnancy at some point. And so I was aware, and I was fine with that. I'm not worried about it, because I really am just trying to do everything I can that's the best and safest for the baby. So they put me on, and I'll show it to you. It's like a little pencil looking thing, or a pen. I guess they call it a pen. And it has 100 units in it. And I take 12 units a day at bedtime. I actually need to call the pharmacy, because they kept saying that there was 15 in there, but there's only 5. So I don't know if they shorted me 2 boxes, or if the way they dose it is, I don't know. So I have to call them tomorrow. I didn't get a chance today, but I took my first dose last night. I was really nervous about it. I was nervous it was going to hurt, and I was nervous that how I was going to feel, or if I was going to have any side effects or anything. But honestly, I didn't feel it at all. I mean, I did my shot. I was a little nervous, like I said, but I did it where they told me to. It didn't hurt. I didn't even feel it, to be honest. So I'm going to show you how I am prepping the insulin. That way y'all can see it and baby better understand it. The reason, sorry, I'm out of breath because I came upstairs and I was doing waters for the CPAPs and feeding cats and moving around, and now I'm doing laundry, and so I'm out of breath. I'm so sorry. I know it drives me crazy, and so I can only imagine how y'all feel. But I'll show you how I prep it and how I inject it. But the reason I am diabetic is because of my placenta. So I was already a pre-diabetic, and I have been for a long time, off and on, since like 2016, because my fasting sugars have always been high. So that's where my problem is, which is why I'm doing the insulin at bedtime, because those are the numbers I need help with, not the daytime numbers, really. So once I have the baby, whatever that looks like, and they take out, like, obviously the placenta and stuff, I will no longer be a diabetic. So it's only during pregnancy. But I have learned so much about diabetes and how to manage it. I've been learning, like, tips and tricks and things. And I've been trying my best, but like tonight, for instance, we just stopped at like Dairy Queen on the way home because we'd been out visiting friends like an hour away, and we needed to just get our family fed and get home for bedtime. And even still, Hunter went to bed really late for him. And so we stopped at Dairy Queen, and I got chili cheese fries, which is not recommended, and a hot dog, also not recommended during pregnancy, but I do it anyway because sometimes you just want a hot dog. And so I had a hot dog, but I didn't even eat it because like when you reheat something and it gets like rock hard, that's how it felt. It felt like it was reheated. So I didn't eat it, but I did eat the chili cheese fries. And then my son got a free ice cream with his dinner. And I haven't been to a Dairy Queen in years. So I told my husband, I said, I'll just take like a small, like a little vanilla cone, whatever, nothing fancy. And he was like, oh, okay, great. He walks up. He's like, I got a medium. This thing was huge. Like, I'll try and show a picture. I'll try to remember to put a picture up here. The thing was huge. And I was like, I'm a diabetic. Like, I cannot eat all that. And so what I did, so bad. Not bad. I made a good choice. I actually scraped more than half of it into one of our empty cups from dinner and threw it away. Because I was like, I don't need that much ice cream. I just wanted a little bit, like, to be included in the moment. And so, yeah, I ended up getting rid of it. But I appreciate that he tried. So my closet's everything in my house is a mess. Who am I kidding? I just told my husband we need to do some cleaning tomorrow. I'm just trying to put my closet stuff away. I'll just hang those there and I'll put them away in a minute. But, sorry, I'm out of breath again. Every day. So I did end up throwing it away, but then my sugar was a little high when I took it tonight. But I'm not surprised with the meal that I ate and the ice cream. So I'm not upset. But I just know that sometimes you make the choice to eat something not on your diabetic meal plan, but just know you're probably going to pay for it. So that's where I'm at. But let's go do the insulin now that I got the laundry done. I'm just putting it in this basket because I have my sons and stuff for downstairs. But I'll put it right here. All right. Okay. So I actually had it. Let me see, where's the best place to put you? Sorry, I have a ton of stuff around here. Always a ton of stuff. Oh, did I do that yet? I don't even know. I don't think I did. I gotta do my drops. All right, I'm gonna grab my insulin. Be right back. All right, so it is the Levamere Flex Pen is what I take. And then I have the needles that I throw at you. I have a fridge in here, which is nice because I have to do this right before bedtime. I brought the insulin up here since it has to be refrigerated. So I have to put this needle on. So I take the cap off and then I take this. I just screw it until it stops. Take that off. And then there's already a cap on here, but I need to roll it. It has to make sure that it's clear. And it is. It's not milky or anything. All right. So I do that. And then there's a dial right here that I dial. So we're going to get the air out. So you take the top off. So there's your insulin needle. You can see it right there. And so I'm going to turn it to 2. Okay. And then let me grab a napkin real quick. All right. And then I just push this up. You see the little droplets come out. So you know there's no air. It has to be facing up. So I'm going to move you down so you can see. I'm going to do this side tonight since I did the other side last night. Let's try and, I don't want to stab myself with a needle because that's not going to be fun. Right there. So you do like the fatty part of your belly. So my dosage is 12. So I'm going to go up to 12. All right. So I'm on 12. I'm going to stab myself with this needle, I swear to God. All right. So then you just pinch. And you inject. And you wait 6 seconds. And take it out. And then bring it back up here. It literally doesn't hurt at all. I was really worried about it, but it does not hurt at all. All right, pull my shirt back down. So I like to cap it like this. And then I put this cap back on, take it off. And I put my pen cap back on. And I just have this little tray, stick it in my tray with my needles, and I put it back in the fridge. I do keep the needles in the fridge as well. Not because I have to, but I just figured didn't hurt not to do it. So I just keep them in the fridge. But yeah, so that's gestational diabetes in a nutshell. They could change my dosage at some point in time. But as of right now, that is the dosing I am on. When I took my blood sugar this morning, I was 99. So I'm supposed to be under 100 for fasting, but really they want it, I think, below 90. Most people that aren't a diabetic, I believe, are like in the 60s and 70s in the morning. But I haven't been that low in, I don't even know how long. It's been years. So yeah, I will see how this keeps working. I'll see if they change the dosing on it. But I did want to give it a little more information. If you guys want me to walk you through like a day in like what I'm eating with gestational diabetes, I can do that. Just let me know down below. But I hope you guys like this video and you'll subscribe down below. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, y'all.